Hi, hello, my name is Na, and in this video, I'll give a little bit more details about the Mr. Duncan's caring story. So, as I said, Mr. Duncan is a 92 years old man, came in with a stroke and along with this active delirium, which is typical our geriatric rehab patient. So when we're doing the nursing rate, like we call it a risk assessment on the patient, which has to be finished in the 24 hours on the admission. So it's very thorough assessment. You do have the basic cognitive assessment, pain assessment, skin integrity assessment, and you do have nutrition assessment. So even the swallowing assessment as well. So when we're doing that assessment, when the patient having a confusion or impaired cognitive status, is a bit hard to get accurate information from them. So in that case, we actually need to communicate with a family member. So this is very, very specific, actually can indicate this emotional touch point, because you need to sit down, you need to really be patient to communicate with a family member, because somehow they've been repeat this story ages, on every admission or on with different, like with the doctors, with the letter health. But you still need nice to, just sit down next to them and just talk like a friend, say what's the patient normal life, what he been, went through in this admission. Whether, sometimes can be really tough on this mission, and sometimes they will tell you some positive, like when my dad was young, la 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 la. So for Mr. Duncan, when he was young, apparently he's a big fan of the classic music. Loves that classic music and also singing the songs and doing the dancing. So that's actually very useful information for us, because when the patient getting agitated or very upset, it's very easy for us to pick up very, how to say, like attractive topic for the patient to distract them, rather than you talk about something else he actually not interested at all. So we find out when the patient getting a bit upset or at the beginning of the upsetting. So we find out we can turn on the music, his favorite music, or we talk about dancing, or we try to, singing with him to distract his upset. This is very, how to say, like useful strategy. So this, you gather this information is all like you actually know what's important or what's the thing happened in his life. And this, as I said, this actually is a very deep emotional point, And the other part I want to add it on is about the patient family stress, because when we talk to the family, we actually easily to pick up what the family expected, the care that patient can achieve from the hospital setting. And that may actually help us a lot to kind of like understand each other, because if something happens, we, how to say, like we know, we kind of like understand how the family stress, and we can talk to them what's the strategy we created or manage for the patient. Because sometimes in reality, when the patient getting confused, and whatever we offer medication treatment, like sedation medications or non-sedation, like non-pharmacological treatment, you actually have to really explain to the family, because sometimes the family, if you not communicate very well, they won't understand. They will complain why you sedated my parents. Or in another side, they will say why you didn't offer anything to let him or her have a good sleep. So this conflict happens a lot in the reality life. And also for us, it's very easy to, when you talk to the family, you can pick up what's their concern, like what's they worry about, what they kind of like thinking gonna bury the patient discharge. This is a very good connection for us with the family, and also we can reflect this information to the other allied health team, like social worker, like OTs, and we can let them know, look, that's what the family really concerned, and what's that the patient's performance at home. Because sometimes nursing staff is 24 hours 7 days with the patient, but the other allied health, including doctors, physio or speech, they're not with the patient all the time. So sometimes when they come to visit the patient, actually the patient can be in a good condition. But maybe when they leave after work, when we nursing staff tend to the care, the patient totally another story. So it's very important to keep updating with allied health team as well as a family member. So all this is kind of like part of the emotional touch point. And also I believe this is very important for the, for us to deliver the, we call it compassionate care. Thank you. I think that's pretty much I want to add it on, and more details I attach the photos in my part. Thank you.